Uh, my brothers and sisters, my Eritrean friends, I came back because I wanted to kind of make it complete picture, full picture, because I wanted to leave it as it is. But I thought, no, I have to narrate this in a proper way, like a full border context of how it was, So in the West, what they have is when they try to manage it, they create a trauma. Okay, so it's all about power. It's all about power, my friend. It's a power. So what they do is like they try to take you power, you intellectual power, you health power, you purchasing power, you value, my friend. Okay, so they try to create that trauma. You always live on that trauma, always circulating, rotating on that trauma. They make you, they make sure that you never get out of that trauma. If you're not clever enough, and if you don't fight it so hard, then they leave you on the trauma, my friend. You always live on victimhood. They did this to me. These English people, these evil people. So that's how you fight it, get out of the trauma loop of management. Okay, so about they take all the power, everything that you got, so all this bullying, all this guy, the stalking guy, that's what they're trying to do. Like they're always trying to remember that trauma. These people, they put me into hospital. This guy is coming. I'm scared. Kind of thing, so that you don't get out of it. That's what they're doing. So I just want to give you the what happened. So I got the NHS employment in 2004. So 2 year or 1 year, boom, pressure from everyone, my friend. Really working for NHS health sector is really the crappiest, the most rubbish job, my friend. Because you see all people dying, my friend. Disease, all these old people, in the hospital, the stench, the smell of all these nurses, my friend. They wash all the wound, the dress, the blood, the sweat, the pressure, it's so enjoyable, really horrible job, man. To be honest, I don't know how these doctors and nurses are. I don't know how they do that job, man. Really stinky job. I don't like it. Well, there are people who love it, and, good for them. And but not me, because when you do that kind of voluntary service for so many years, what happens is at last you melt like a candle. You burn, then you become a victim, a patient yourself. All these days after days, wound after wound, depression after depression, my friend. Every day you see people depressed. Hospital is really the worst job. So they put me on pressure, depression, and everything, like in 2004, 2005, kind of all the way to 2006. Okay. So they put me on to this occupational health. This is very carefully planned. Okay, because they know, number one, I had a tendency to write, talk about my history, my area, because, not from my country, really strategic, the most strategic country seen in the world, okay? Among some of them, okay? Among some areas on the part of the world, okay? And so what they do is they try to control you. So they get control of our villages, our sea, You always live on victim. I'm sick. Yeah. So they always make a client, customer, patient for the rest of your life. That's the whole idea. Then they go to the rest of and they take all your village, all your farms, all your chateau, you sea, your mountain, everything, your island. Then you end up in London. Always say, I'm gonna work for UCLH, for Royal Free Hospital, for King's Hospital, and you work out there, with these old patients, all that kind of stuff, But we are big, my friend. Big, rubbish, that kind of job, my friend. So, what they do is, they deploy me into this radiology department, radiotherapy, okay? Radiography department, okay? So, that time, the head of the nursing, the name of the lady was called Kate Jones. mind you, they are planning for this guy called William from that time, I think maybe he was at uni, maybe college, I don't know, because his wife was kind of Kate. So the head of the nursing was called Kate Jones, very beautiful lady. She had this really dark black hair, very beautiful lady, very beautiful. So she was the head of the nursing in for the oncology department. Uh, and they had MDT as well, multidisciplinary team. Okay, so these are people. You have all these physician consultants and the nurses, the pharmacists, the social workers, the junior doctors, the everything, all these people, physiotherapists. So this MDT, every time, if there is a cancer patient, all these people have video conference. They talk about each patient, so they make a decision. Okay, so the manager of this MDT was in the third floor. The guy was short. I think he's from Hong Kong. His name was Mr. Charles Lee, a man, Chinese man, very decent man. And people working with him were, I think, they were this Nigerian guy. But I think I'm not 100% sure what his name was. I think it's Olu or maybe David. So he was working as a band 3 under Mr. Charles Lee. And there was another Caribbean lady who was brought up in London. Her name was Emily Thomas, a bit kind of like chappy, a bit kind of potatish kind of thing. Very smart girl. So she was band 3 and Olu was band 3. So they were under the MDT team under Charles Lee, Mr. Charles Lee, Hong Kong man. So they were based at third floor. Okay. So we had this area called chemo suite, chemotherapy department. Okay. So the nurse name, the lady was blonde lady, very lovely lady, American lady called Megan. Very clever people. Okay. So there was really very hardworking Singaporeese lady called Ivy. That lady, man, she put a lot of impression on me. She was very skinny, the most bubbly Chinese lady I ever seen. She was burning like crazy, my friend. The kind of customer service that she was making to all these patients, my friends. I never seen such generous nurse like her. All the patients, everyone loved her. She was a really sweet lady, very short lady, short hair. So that's Ivy, okay? Megan, Ivy, who else? There was some other nurses as well. So this is the chemotherapy where people go through chemo cycles, all of them, their hairs fall and everything. You give them sandwich, you try to arrange transportation to get home. So some of them go from third floor chemo suite department to ground floor where Kashmir Mehta was the manager. Okay, so this Eritrean guy called Yosef Gabi was saying, Mata, Habila told her okay. So these are the people, okay. So this Kate Jones was a very beautiful lady. She had this Mediterranean kind of look. So she was the head of the nursing, and there were a lot of consultant doctors research into the fourth floor. It was local security, local area, so they had a lot of different consultants, cancer consultants. Okay, so this is the whole cancer department. So all this MDT, chemotherapy, chemo, radiotherapy, oncology, everything interlinked together. Okay, so Kate Jones, the head of the nurses. Megan was a blonde nurse in a chemo suite. All the people go through all this chemo cycle of all these medications that they go for their cancer. All of them, they here for everything, they change it to some kind of strange disease. I hate it, man. So you go all this machine radiography, so this guy, the stalker guy, well, not maybe he might be him or not, but he was exactly the same copy like him, So that was how it was. So that's how they put you that trauma that you always live on that mouth. I'm gonna work for cancer. Hey man, forget that. It's a job, my friend, just to make money. Yeah, rubbish job. So after that, what happened was this William, he got married to this what's her name? Catherine, kind of like this really tiny. How she go bully me or something, my friend? I don't know. Sometimes If he sleep with her, my friend, all her bodies are gonna flying all over the place. So skinny lady body, my friend, like, you know. I mean, it's really horrible people. They try, the way they try to control you, really, really nasty people, my friend, like, you know. So this nurse, Kate Jonas, was the nurse director there, and like, you know, so this lady, she was trying to take her place, kind of all this namesake kind of stuff, like really sometimes mind-boggling, the way they walk, you know, how to control other people, creating that trauma, like, you know, hey, NHS, you are Messiah, give service to people, to patients, you know. People need you. My friend, I need you, my hands too. What about me? You do and give service there, you know. You love them and they love you. I was doing for a job. Simple. Okay, so I'm my friend, okay? If you work for nearly 20 years giving service, give everything, you need something to look after yourself as well, my friend, okay? It doesn't work that way, okay? Doesn't matter how much ultra kind of altruistic charity give, you have to save yourself as well, my friend. That's how it goes. Otherwise, nobody's gonna look after yourself. Nobody's gonna look after you. They're gonna say, "Oh, this guy, he's sick. He's sick." You see all these people. If you got any problem in this country, my friend, really bullying, you know, little problem you got, they kill you like that, my friend. They make you customer for the rest of your life in hospitals. Trauma, you will never leave. They take all your power away. They suck it like it's over. They suck your energy, your emotion, your intellect, your physical, your well-being, my friend, your name, your reputation, your character, your history back home, everything. This is capitalist, capitalist society, really horrible. I mean, the European way of life is really horrible, my friend, okay? Then, not only that, they try to employ the politicians back in Eritrea. So what they make them is, they go all this Tawahado Orthodox faith follows in Eritrea. They give them scholarship, they bring him here, they give them the petty PhD or maybe degree. They send them back to Eritrea. They give them this petty money. So they manage your country all the way from here. And they manage you from Eritrea as well. So that's how to be, why we should be very clever about these Eritrean politicians, you know. All these people trying to be writers, books, all these, like people, Alam Seged, that's fine. You know, why he writes, it's just all about Second World War, my friend. He just promotes for them. Okay? He hasn't got his idea, man. He's not a guy that you see him creating all this entrepreneurship for Eritreans to make business in that country, you know. He just talks about really crap kind of Nafa, my friend, you know. This Nafa thing is the same thing, all this creed of assassin. They will just copy and paste replica works that they were making on us, my friend. So they create all this, what's it, Protestant church from this Swedish and the British, all this Anglican church, my friend. They change them. They brainwash their brain, and they brainwash them. They make them a new people so that they can manage us, micromanage us from London. They manage all our villages, our sea, my friend, our mountains, our farms from here, from these really petty people. Maybe 1% of all overall population in our countries. These are people, they get scholarship here, my friend. And they send them. If you mess up here, my friend, they try to put you in trauma, disease after disease. If you escape, they manage you through that. They tell you, oh, we are here, Sahel, my friend, Nafa. Just get out of it. So they will never make any change. So they try to manage you and control from every side. Power, suck. So I want to give you the broader picture how it was, like, you know, so all this stalker guy, like, you know, he always just blocking my way, like, you know, he's a really boring guy, really boring guy, like, you know, he's got this Kate kind of, Catherine, Princess Catherine kind of body, the same kind of really thin, just number one, he looks like it's number one. So this is the kind of things, like, they try to, like, you know, always try to make you always control into that loop of control, because it's really funny, because every relationship I was trying to build with the woman, settle down, girlfriend, or like not trying, women, potential wives, they were trying to hack them so that they can try to make it like this, like the suicide people, what do you call this? Assassin's Creed. They control every woman you have. Some of them, they employ them, they give them some incentives, and the woman changes against you, my friend. Like every woman, every, like maybe 5, 6 of them. I tried serious relationships, so they try to control everything, my friend. So they give you this white woman, maybe some black people from here, from UK, because that's easy to manage them. But if it's Eritrean, my friend, they cannot. So what they do, they control. You bring a woman from Eritrea, they control her. Here, they give her maybe a little castle house, or maybe like they tell her, so this guy, man, okay, we're gonna give you whatever money you want. So every relationship I was making with every woman, they were using this Assassin's Creed tactic, my friend, so that you just live on that paradise woman heaven, Jannah, like, you know. So they make you they make you suicidal bomber, Christian suicidal bomber. So that's military tactic they use, my friend, okay? Sucking from your health, from your career, from your reputation, everything, okay? So because I wanted to give you more kind of a broader picture of what was going on, I mean, this is my life, my friend. This is how I put my narrative, and I wrote it in a text form for so many times. But I mean, people, especially who are close to me, they are people nowadays. They don't read text, so they listen to you. You do your videos and you speak your history, my friend. That's your narrative. The same way we got our historical background about our history back home. This is our history, daily history. Okay, this is our narrative. This is our diary. Not just writing. Like, you know, nobody is gonna interested to read these texts. You talk, video, my friend. Okay, that's a video blog, vlog kind of thing. So this is what was going on. All these Eritreans, all these politicians trying to, they give them incentives, my friend, so that they can control us. So this is Joseph Gabriel was part of that. So the fact that he was writing about this romanticizing Galilee, he was acting as if he was this Greek black man, Greek Aristotle kind of, like, you know, all these philosopher kind of Plato, maybe, like, you know. He was writing Mehta. He was giving all this lady, mad woman, like, you know. She's husband basher kind of woman, my friend. I don't know how her husband was sleeping with her, my friend. Really scary woman, you know. She's not that good looking, and she's so loud, like, you know. She makes her noise so loud so that she is heard everywhere, from the nuclear physics in the whole hospital. People are saying, yeah. Very terrorizing woman. Some women characters really amazing, you know. So this is the kind of thing they employ, these all Eritrean politicians, like, you know, they give them like, hey, sort this guy out, like. So these people on the websites and everything, social media, they write so many boring articles, and so that's my history, my friend. So that's how to get out of the trauma. They try to make you live on that old ancient trauma. It's gone, my friend. Finito. So thank you guys. You have a lovely evening. Okay, bye.